Good evening. Welcome back to Crabby Shack on a Budget. I'm Chris.
I'm Beth.
And tonight we're going to teach you how to make pulls on a budget. First of all, everyone knows about dollar stores. You can go to the dollar store and find the most cheapest things ever. Like, we picked up bowls like this. Some for our bigger crabs. Also, you will be needing a pair of scissors if you're going to choose to make the pull when you get home. So tonight, since we're choosing, we've picked up also these. They are fly swatters.
And they're only $1.
So, not very expensive.
No, you get like 3 in a pack too, so.
Usually with these bowls, you can get pretty good sizes or even bigger ones. And they usually come 2 or 3 in a pack too.
Or sometimes they come in bigger packages for you can get like a good deal. Sometimes they range from like not even $5 or $10 depending on how much is in a pack.
You know, they're zip ties. They come in handy too.
Yeah.
Zip ties, they usually range from $1, maybe $2. Not too bad. And then of course, everyone knows that hermit crabs need 2 pools, one freshwater, one saltwater.
Yep.
We use Instant Ocean. Of course, we picked this up cheap sale. $2.99. Wasn't too bad. And then
You need prime to prime your water. It's pretty cheap, depending on where you go.
Basically, I guess we can get started now. To get started, one of these bowls, I've already pre-put holes in it so that our zip ties can go in.
Yep.
Then we will open zip ties.
But I'd also like to mention you want to make sure that, well, there's nothing in this shell. There's no crab or anything in it. It's just an empty shell. You want to make sure that your biggest crab can submerge completely into the dish itself, but you also want to make sure it has the way out, so we're going to teach you how to do that too. That's basically what we're showing you is how to.
I'm going to take 2 zip ties. And then we're going to go for our pack of fly swatters. What color do you want to use, Beth?
Pink and blue.
We might only need one. It's a tiny pool.
Oh, it is pink. We'll do pink.
We're going to use pink. Beth, you want to show them how it's done?
Yeah, so first you're going to take the hand of the fly swatter, take your scissors, and just cut it off.
A little hard.
Sometimes. Depending on your scissors. You can probably use a knife.
No kid should be trying this without an adult.
No. Adult
cut up here a little bit further. There you go.
Adult supervision should be required.
And we have craft mesh. Well, basically.
Yeah. But you also want to make sure you clean those two first.
Yes, wash everything in fresh, primed water. No soaps, no detergents, no nothing else. Just fresh, primed water. Take this. Make sure you measure inside the bowl. You can cut it if you'd like to. Measure inside the bowl. Now, we do have some extra shells if we don't want it going all the way down in because of crab submerging. So you can put like 1 or 2 in there. Sometimes you can get those little gemstones that you can put in there, or river rock. Make sure everything is washed with fresh prime water before you do all this. Now, in order to do this, I kind of like to take my hand and bend, so it takes shape. Sometimes you might have to cut it with scissors to make it so it has a shape. Now, with my larger pulls, it was quite easier. So you're going to kind of bend it so they kind of have a way out and way in. I'm not sure, Beth, if you can zip tie that together, maybe. Might have to trim off a little edges, but sometimes it's quite easy to do. You can put your zip ties towards the outside, but right now we're just going to do a quick one for you. We do recommend that you try to put your zip ties on the back side so that when you stick it through the hole, those little things you have to cut off are not sharp, make sure they're filed so they're smooth and they're under where the crabs can't get hurt. We don't want them getting hurt on anything. Like we said before, we are not professional at this. These are things that we've tried, things that we came up with at a budget because Lord knows we all have children and need to have something quick and easy at hand at all times.
And it's better to do because then you take the time to appreciate on making stuff for your crabs even more too.
Yeah, taking the quality time and just making sure all the love is put into it so they can not only just live and survive, they can actually thrive, knowing they have a good way in and out of their pools, so there's no drowning, which we all know that hermit crabs do love to submerge and swim. They will at least be able to get in and out of their pools safely. Now, I'm pretty sure you've all watched a lot of different videos or a lot of different places. Now, we follow by Lycos and Crab Street Journal and Crab Central Station. They do recommend that you have 2 pools, or 2 bowls, which means one at the bottom, one at the top, so that you can lift your top bowl out so that you are not bothering any molting crabs that are under it. It might even be safe if for your bottom bowl you add just a little bit of something in there to keep that bowl in place so that when you lift them out, then it's safe enough so you're not bothering this bottom bowl. So basically you'll be
do this.
Doing that. Now, this is just our quick version, but always make sure that your in and out way is better done.
Yeah, and make sure you do it like this way, not this way.
Yeah,
because your crabs can get hurt on that way. So make sure they're like this.
And try to make sure these pieces here are on the opposite under so that there's no jaggy spots. Now, these are just quick little, ideas that you can get from the dollar store.
Yep. And then basically your crab will just, like I said, there's nothing in this shell. They'll just wander on over and
so they can see.
Sorry about that. So what they'll do is they'll just wander on over, crawl up. They'll drink, swim, whatever the crabby stuff crabs do, and they'll come back up and just crawl out.
So basically, there you have it. Always make sure you take your prime, and even with little pools like this, you would add 1 little drop. So you don't want to add too much. Change your pools every 2 days, every 48 hours. If you have bubblers, you can change them, and I believe it's a week, but you can check Crab Street Journal for all your information. Crab Central Station and Land Hermit Crab Society. They're great places to start. They help us out with everything, and like we said before, we are definitely not experts, but trying to do everything on a budget. Thank you for watching, and have a good evening.